Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Well, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary, to the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. I hope everybody's doing well. And if you guys haven't already, smash the like button. And after you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. All right, folks? Really, really appreciate it. So, as you know, guys, a lot of information that I dispense here, it's original and not a lot is regurgitated. So I want to continue along those lines from time to time. You know, there will be something that is out there and it has to be covered. So what I'm going to do at this point in time is speak specifically about something that is imperative for every Jamaican. Every single Jamaican, something that is extremely imperative. And I'm going to get to that in just a few minutes. All right. But I want you guys to be fully aware about that. What is that in particular that I'm referring to? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm referring to. First thing first, every Jamaican, I repeat, every Jamaican, especially every reggae boy, will need player, coach, administrator, support staff, analyst, scout, will need this. You guys know what this is? This is a Jamaican passport. This is the 62nd most powerful passport in the entire world. With a Jamaican passport, you can go to 80 countries visa-free. 80 countries visa-free. Unfortunately, despite the power that this passport possesses, especially in terms of living in other Caribbean places, there's one thing that you need that is so important. And what is that? Visas. Visas, visas, visas. You need visas to travel. Some of them, e-visas. E-visas are so important for travel. Extremely important. Some of them, they send it to your email and you print it, like I did with my visa for the United Arab Emirates. And the visas, as you know, some of them have a limit to it, you know, in the grand scheme of things. So let's get right into the matter, shall we, folks? Are you guys ready? Well, here we go. So, folks, this is the situation. All right. Now, the Jamaica Football Federation, and by extension, well, not by extension, but specifically Roy Simpson, as team manager, is working assiduously so that the domestic-based players, local-based players are able to get their respective visas that is needed. Why is that so important? Well, as you know, there's an upcoming friendly international against Guatemala, which we'll talk about in another video, and that match will be in New York. Now, New York is in the United States. And what do you need when you're going to the United States, especially when you're a Jamaican passport holder? You need a US visa. A US visa. But where did visas start from? Well, let's do a little bit of history, shall we? It actually started from Bible times, the need of a travel document to travel. And we actually go back to Bible times for this. Let's go to Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 7 to 9, right? Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 7 to 9. Then I said to the king, if it pleases the king, let letters be given me for the governors of the region beyond the river, granted me safe passage until I reach Judah, as well as a letter to Asaph, the keeper of the royal park, so that he may give me timbers for beams for the gates of the fortress of the house and for the walls of the city and for the house where I will go. So the king gave them to me, for the good hand of my God was upon me. Eventually I came to the governors of the region beyond the river and gave them the king's letters. The king also sent with me army chiefs and horsemen. That's Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 7 to 9. This is the first piece of evidence of a travel document, a visa, being used to go from one place to the next. So hopefully that is able to be something that you guys get a bit more context in, that this is not something new, and this is something that is happening from Bible times. All right, a travel document, and specifically visas. So visas are not anything new. So this is something that has been around for some time. And the reality of the situation is that when you possess a document of this nature, a Jamaican passport, you need visas for everywhere. 2021, I had a US visa, Canadian visa, UK visa, and a UAE visa. I currently have a US visa, Canadian visa, UK visa, and a Schengen visa. 4 of the most powerful visas in the world. And the reality of the situation is that all national players, coaches, support staff, administrators should be in possession of all of these, because travel is such an important and integral role. And the reality is that time is so limited. If you heard specifically what Coach Harma Helgrimson had to say at the press conference today, the time is limited. 2026 might seem like 3 years now, but we have to get a team ready by when? Within less than 12 months. And these are the few opportunities where domestic-based players will be able to get an opportunity to be able to play and strut their stuff and show what they have at their disposal. So, Roy Simpson and company, they're working efficiently to ensure that the visas for players are something that is being applied and something that is being worked upon immediately, with immediate effect. So that is something for us to pay keen and close attention to. Visas are something that is being worked upon right now. As we know, the Guatemala fixture, it's fast approaching. Very, very fast approaching. That's April. That's a little over, you could say 6 weeks time. And sometimes you have to wait a couple of weeks to get your visa from the US Embassy. So this is something that has to be prioritized. Hey, what's up, bossy? Hope you're doing well, man. Enough respect. Thanks in the comments. Grogu, how are you? You know, the situation with visas though, Grogu, it's once you give every single piece of documentation to the respective embassy, that's it. JFF does not decide if you can get a visa or you can get a visa. At the end of the day, it's to the US Embassy, the Canadian Embassy, the UK High Commission, British High Commission, the Embassy of Belgium, the Embassy of Spain, the Embassy of Russia, the Embassy of India, the Nigerian High Commission. At the end of the day, It falls on those people whether to grant the visa or not. And the reality of the situation is sometimes it's not sometimes, but it's not the fault of the administrators for that. Once you have all the documents, you will get a visa. You go to the bank and you make your payment of 200 US, you get a bank statement, you get a job letter if required, and then after that, you go to Brian Studios, you take 2 passport size photos, and then immediately after that, you have to fill out the online application. You print the online application. When you go to the US Embassy, you don't take a pen, you don't take a phone with you. So it's a quite simple process. You follow the rigid steps not rigid, but you follow the steps that are in place, and you will succeed. Simply put, if you follow those steps, you cannot fail. Just like if you're trying to lose weight, you don't eat carbs. And if you stay away from carbs, you should eat like, whoa. Maybe that is something I should go back to. Yeah, I will. Yeah, of course. I know exactly what you're referring to. That's why I'm saying that this passport, while each and every year, there are countries where Jamaicans can go to now without a visa. For example, if Jamaica qualified for the Under-17 World Cup, we would have been able to go to Peru visa-free, and South Africa is visa-free. So those netball fans can go and watch the Sunshine Girls at the Netball World Cup visa-free. They would have to transit through the United States, though. So they go through the United States to have a US visa and go to South Africa. They don't need a South African visa. Jamaicans can go to Argentina without an Argentine visa. Jamaicans can go to Brazil without a Brazilian visa. So those little by little, progress is being made where that is concerned. So commendable, absolutely commendable. Okay, that's great. And the process, but to be quite frank with you, and this is what I'm about to say is commendation. This is not bad. This is actually fantastic. Do you guys know what is the smoothest process? I didn't say necessarily easiest, but the smoothest process in terms of visa? Martinique. Well, the departments of France. Yeah, you guys don't want to see my US visa. But yeah, in all seriousness though, guys, my visa is fine. It's just a photo of me. That makes me look rah. But in all seriousness though, guys, so the point I was making is this. That's what Google was saying. The smoothest process in terms of visas. You guys know which one that is? Yeah. If you guessed it, well, you guessed right. That's right. The UK visa. It's the smoothest process in terms of visas. You submit your documents, you wait 5 business days, you pick up your documents. Simply put, that's all you have to do. That's for the UK visa. For the Schengen visa, 1 week turnaround. 1 week turnaround. It's not bad, isn't it? 1 week turnaround is not bad. Schengen visa. So that's the situation, folks. Our local base players are working on this. And, should be commended because you know what lies ahead, folks? The Nations League game against Mexico. There's no straight flights, commercial flights from Jamaica to Mexico. So you'll have to transit through the United States. So if there's 1 or 2 domestic-based players that make the trip, then they'll have a US visa already. Secondly, if Jamaica qualifies for the semifinals of the Nations League, you know what that means? It means quite simply that Jamaica will be playing the semifinals and final or 3rd place play of the Nations League. That will be where? In the United States. What do you need to enter the United States? A US visa. The Gold Cup will be where? The United States. What do you need to enter the United States? A US visa. So all of this, preparation, planning, putting the pieces together of the puzzle, all of this should be embraced. All of this should be really, really, really commended. All of this should be able to look back on and say, yes, this is progress. This is growth. This is what we need. This is great news. You know, all of this is what we should be thinking about and saying. So from that standpoint, it has to be said. It has to be said that this is important. Now, I've seen your comments, guys. I've seen the messages on social media, and I know you want me to touch on a number of things. Jamaica friendlies. I'm writing a note because there's a lot of videos to do tomorrow. Jamaica friendlies. Maron Gordon, the truth. The truth. So Jamaica friendlies, Maron Gordon, the truth. We're going to talk about Coach Halgrimson on pitches, on also players, and we're also going to discuss other things on a national team standpoint. So we have a number of videos to touch on. Jamaica friendlies, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Maron Gordon, the truth, because I do have some updates to provide where that is concerned, so you can look out for that tomorrow. Coach Halgrimson on the pitches, players, etc., and the way forward for Jamaican football. The Reggae Girls review, which of course will come, if not tomorrow, then later in the week. We're also working on a special interview for Thursday with a player in the academy of Chelsea. So we're working on that. So hopefully can be able to give you guys more information where that is concerned. So that's the latest at this point. And of course, into the summer, we should be expecting a European camp. Not on the men's side though, but still any camp in Europe is something that should be embraced. So because this is the exposure that is needed. All of this is the exposure that is needed to ensure that everything follows through, quite well. So again, Jamaica friendlies, Maron Gordon, Coach Halgrimson on players. And there's some other things that will be mentioned as well, in terms of what Coach Halgrimson said yesterday, the way forward, the building process, squads, So I'll give you guys information where that is concerned. But at this point in time, the visas for domestic-based players are something that will be a huge priority, and it's something that has actually started right now. I know you guys are interested about overseas-based players, and yeah, in the future we'll talk about them. But for this video in particular, I want us to highlight something that is very important and something that, to be quite frank, in the past was the reason why we didn't see certain domestic-based players play in certain places. Like, for example, Joel Senior couldn't go to the game in New Zealand in 2012 because he didn't have a US visa. That's just one example. Many domestic-based players couldn't go to New Zealand because they didn't have a US visa before going to New Zealand. And the reality is that some players, even in recent times, the reason why they weren't able to travel is because of US visa, or because of securing contracts was because of a visa situation. So if that visa situation is fixed, the world is your oyster. That is the gatekeeper that takes you places. Visas are the way forward. Balotelli, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing good. Agility, yes, give credit where credit is due. Yes, and I know many people are saying, what is the origin of this? And I like to give original content, original updates where this is concerned. So let me tell you guys where this whole process of visas and passports originated from, because this is something that is important. David Cocos here commenting. I'm going to be answering it in about 90 seconds or so. But if you guys look in the scriptures at Nehemiah chapter 2 and verse 7 to 9, Nehemiah received travel documents from the king to make passage to reach Judah. So from even in Bible times, travel documents, visas were required for travel to another land. So this is not something new at all. Not new at all. Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 7 to 9 first speaks about this in particular, where a travel document is used and everything like that. So the domestic-based players, local-based players, not only do they have to ensure that their passport is renewed, but have to also ensure that they gather all the papers, all the papers together so that they can get that US visa. Yeah, that US visa. Yeah, that is just incredibly important because that US visa, if you have a US, Canadian, and a UK visa, then you essentially have a ticket to the world because those three are essentially hubs of your next destination. And yes, it's true, your next destination might need a visa, but having that US, Canadian, or UK visa, those are gateways to the world. So whether you missed a flight and you need to go somewhere to transit, it helps. In London, I missed a flight last year from London to Kingston, but because of having a Canadian visa, I was able to transit in Canada and then catch a flight to Jamaica and not wait 24 hours for the next day to travel. So it's always good to be prepared. As my brother, as one of my brothers, I should say, told me in 2021, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Let me repeat that one more time. My brother told me when I visited him in Dubai a couple of years ago, and it stood with me. It stuck out quite profound in my mind. Better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Now, our domestic based players are definitely going to need their US visa because that is a major hub and a gateway in terms of where they would transit for whichever destination it might be. If Jamaica is a friendly match in Saudi Arabia, there are straight flights from New York. If Jamaica is going to South Africa, there are straight flights from Atlanta. If Jamaica is going to Barcelona, there's straight flights from Miami. Yeah. If Jamaica is going to Paris, there's straight flights from New York or New Jersey or Miami. If Jamaica is going to Singapore, there's straight flights from Houston. If Jamaica is going to Australia or New Zealand, there's straight flights from LA, in California. So that's essentially that situation. Simply put, folks. So they will need it. They will definitely need it. Gold Cup, Nations League, Guatemala, and of course, later this calendar year as well, another edition of the Nations League, which serves as the qualifier for Copa America. And we're going to talk about as well Coach Halgrimson on Copa America. Lots of content coming your way. So yes, guys, as it relates to the Reggae Girls, the match is at 3:10 a.m. Jamaica time. So that's in another 5 hours and 2 minutes. Yeah, we better get some rest. 5 hours and 2 minutes. Jamaica against Australia. One of the best teams in the world they're going to play against right now. So we can look out for that. All right, folks. 3:10 a.m. Television Jamaica is going to show the game. I did this video to show you guys and give you an update as it relates to the domestic-based players, what's going to happen, things that you can expect. So once all the documentation is put together, submitted to the U.S. Embassy, all being well, we'll be able to have their U.S. visas for the encounter, of course, as we know, against the Guatemalan team, because that match is not a FIFA window. So at a push, you might find for an example, USL player available or a player that is unattached. But that's about it, folks. That's about it. So the situation that we have right now, Let's hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. Let's hear what you guys have to say. How is everybody doing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to hear what you guys will have to say. All right? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. Big up, Chris. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. What did you miss? Well, to condense 25 minutes in 25 seconds, the domestic-based players, aka local-based players, will be working on getting their US visas because, as we know, the Jamaicans will place Guatemala in a friendly international in April. So Roy Simpson will be working assiduously, tenaciously to ensure that the domestic-based players can get US visas so that they can be able to travel not only for the Guatemala fixture, but Nations League, Gold Cup, and beyond. Because you guys know where the Copa America will be next year? That's right. Estados Unidos, les États-Unis, the United States of America. And having a US visa, a Canadian visa, a UK visa makes you as powerful as the prime minister or president of a country. Because you can wake up out of your bed tomorrow morning, buy a plane ticket, and go on a plane to where you desire. Those 3 visas make life a lot easier. Those 3 visas make life easier. And just like my brother said, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And it's the same philosophy, I would say, with overseas-based players getting a Jamaican passport. But more on that in another video. Big up Wesley Hall. Hope you're doing well. Wicked Man Burp says always late to the party. So basically, them gonna do it from now before the time draw near. Yes, correct. Like the video, guys, so more people can see. Yeah, man, guys, smash the like button. All right, guys, smash the like button. Let's see what you guys have to say. All right, smash the like button. Let's go. Smash the like button. Let's go. Smash the like button. Let's go. Come on, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button right now. And if you guys want already, cheer on Haiti, because Haiti have qualified for the World Cup. That's right. Haiti have qualified for the Women's World Cup. Who make it clap? Who make it clap? Haiti have qualified for the Women's World Cup. We're proud of our Caribbean neighbors creating history. The first time in World Cup history we're going to have 2 Caribbean teams at a World Cup. That's right. That's right. For the first time in World Cup history, we will see 2 Caribbean teams at a World Cup. Congrats to Haiti. Respect them. They're our cousins. Really, really exciting. So big up Haiti. Big up, big up. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Jamaica not going to beat Mexico, so how are they going to qualify? BTN Sports, firstly, Jamaica has a strong chance to beat this Mexico team. This is the best time ever to beat Mexico. And the second thing is the Copa America is the qualification for the Copa America is for the 2023-2024 edition of the Nations League, all right? The 2023-2024 edition of the Nations League is how you qualify for the Copa America. And of course, that involves you being one of the top 6 teams in the world, all right? So that's what we can say there. So exciting, isn't it? So that's where we are. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments as well. I watched the press conference, wondering how the coach came off the podium after us. He gave a 10 minutes speech thereabouts. When will Nations League play? Jamaica will play Mexico March 6th in the Nations League. I think that's a Sunday. The coach said that the club pitches are for the most part. Yeah, I will, as I said, Wicked Man Chris, I will talk about it in another video. All right. in another video, but the General Secretary did speak about areas that they plan to improve that aspect of things. Beautiful. Thank you for that report, Mr. Simon. Thank you, Mr. Devon Smith. How are you doing? So what other team will be in the Reggae Girls group? Well, we still have to wait confirmation from FIFA because remember, they didn't want to have more than 2 teams from the same confederation in the same group. Now, remember, in Jamaica's group, you have France, which is a UEFA team, Brazil, which is a CONMEBOL team, and of course, Jamaica, a CONCACAF team. Only UEFA is the only confederation where you can have 2 teams from that region in a group. So remember now, the way how the draw was done, it's playoff path C, and playoff path C final is Paraguay, Panama. Paraguay, as you are aware, is a CONMEBOL team, just like Brazil in our group, and Panama is a CONCACAF team, just like Jamaica. So that would mean that you would have 2 CONCACAF teams or 2 CONMEBOL teams in the group, which would be a conflict right there. So the best passage would be the team that finishes the Portugal-Cameroon game. So we'll have to wait and see if FIFA will do the redrawing of that. So we're just going to have to get further confirmation on that if FIFA is going to do a redrawing. So the winner of the Portugal-Cameroon game would go into Jamaica's group. So we just have to wait information where that is concerned. Way to use them oil and powder. Teasy, Chris, stop it. Where are the players Jamaica have? My friend Amari Hutchinson, Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, Dexter Lembikisa. Come on. There are absolute gems, and this is the best time. The best time. This is the best time. The best time to play Mexico. Also, how are you doing right now? I'm not in New York, in Orlando. You're saying you're in Orlando right now? Okay. All right, cool. You're not in New York. All right, cool. How are things right now in that part of the world? Do let us know. Let us know your thoughts, folks. Let us know your thoughts. So once again, folks, congratulations to Haiti, who will join the Reggae Girls at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. For the first time ever, we will see 2 Caribbean teams at a World Cup. So this in itself is amazing. FIFA I got play rock, paper, scissors. No, stop it. Not rock, paper, scissors. They're just going to say, okay, Jamaica's group F, winner of Cameroon, Portugal. Or they might just say, you know what? We're just going to keep it as is. Learning experience, we'll move from it. Paraguay, Panama winner, you just go in Jamaica's group. So we still have to wait from FIFA further confirmation where this is concerned. So as it stands, it's going to remain the situation where it's going to be the Paraguay, Panama winner. So that's where we are, folks, right now. So that's where we are. Muchas felicitaciones, Haití. Disfrutan mundial maldito. Avergüenza. No puedo más Chile. La próxima, la Copa América en la playa Argentina. Sí, conozco este partido muy difícil para el equipo Chile, las personas, la gente en Chile ahora, pero Haití es un equipo muy fuerte, muy fuerte en el Caribe. Es más fuerte que Jamaica, a mi opinión ahora, pero Jamaica tiene muchos jugadores que juegan en los Estados Unidos, Inglaterra y Francia, y muchos países españoles también. Piensa, hay 3 o 4 jamaiquinos en España y la República Dominicana en el Mundial, sí. So, ¿entiendes? Good night. How is your night so far with you? Yeah, it's going well. It's all right, Haiti ago. What's up, Allegri? Simon, swing the link. Here it is. With him. Oh, I'm just to say Haiti beat Chile. Disappointed, so Chile did lose. That must say basically. My weird on a closed caption in chat. All right, the next thing now, I gotta translate what he said now instead of me talking now. He said, yes, well, the official Chile has been eliminated from the repechage from the intercontinental playoffs 2-1 against Haiti. This, and he was talking about the next thing on Chile's agenda for the women will be the under 17 South American Championship, which of course will be in Ecuador, and of course the World Cup is in Peru. So that's basically what he said there. Remember, guys, Spanish is my third language, so I got it locked. Gracias para tu información. Sí, entiendo. Muy bien. ¿Hablas inglés o solamente español? Pero hablo español y francés, inglés, jamaiquino y sí, los 4 idiomas ahora en mi vida. The coach mentioned bringing the players home so that the players can know them and vice versa. Do you think the opponent for the slated games are good enough to prepare for the Gold Cup? All right, so as you know, Gillo, the Trinidad and Tobago games and the Guatemala games, these are not on FIFA windows. So these are opportunities for the domestic-based players. So it could be a situation where Coach Hallgrimsson says, look, these are opportunities for you for the Trinidad games, and I take maybe 2 or 3 of you guys to Mexico for the Nations League. And the same thing for the Guatemala game. Perhaps I find 1 or 2 gems that I can take with me to the semifinals of the Nations League, should Jamaica do well. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Is Hutchinson playing for a team? Well, he's attached to Chelsea Football Club. Man says third language is not. So your first language is Patois, your second language is English, and your third language is Chris, you're a good youth, You're a good youth. This coach is giving you Simoes vibes. Well, I should mention that. Did you guys see what ESPN had to say about Jamaica? We're going to have to do this now when we say Coach Hallgrimsson. Everybody, all fans, players, coaching staff, when we say Coach Hallgrimsson, everybody just comes up. So yes, exciting, isn't it? Yeah, we can play the popcorn song for Haiti. We don't know about league, but now we name World Cup. Again, folks, the first time in World Cup history, 2 Caribbean teams and not only that, but that means 5 CONCACAF teams will be at the World Cup. We never ever saw that on the men's side, So that in itself is impressive, mightily impressive. And you know what's even more compelling? Jamaica and Haiti are the only Caribbean nations to qualify for both men and women's World Cups. Jamaica, men, 1998, 2019, 2023. Haiti, men, 1974, women, 2023. Jamaica and Haiti, the only Caribbean nations to qualify for both men senior and women senior World Cups. So that's where we are, folks. So really happy for them. All right. So Hercules Gomez is not only a former U.S. international, but he also was basically the individual that played for the United States, He's also a pundit as well, So here's the situation. As we know, US, Canada, Mexico last week Tuesday were confirmed as with automatic qualification. So what ESPN did was a video in relation to who would be those next three automatic spots. As we know, CONCACAF has 6 spots and 2 intercontinental berths. So 3 automatic, boom, done. So there's 3 more. Who would be those 3? And the ESPN host, Salazar, said his 3 were Costa Rica, El Salvador, Jamaica. Hercules Gomez went on another route, but he did say Costa Rica and he did say Jamaica. So, and people are saying that Coach Hallgrimsson is, as Wicked Man Chris says, not. They didn't say he's bringing back the Samoy's vibes, but he's certainly bringing back that communication, that euphoric moment, which is a good note. I've heard from the big man them of the 90th generation, so this is basically the exact thing Samoy's was implementing. Haiti celebrating. Yeah. I understand your English is not the best, but that's all right. I'll translate for everybody. Yeah, Haiti celebrating after their victory over Chile, qualifying for the Women's World Cup, and it is necessary for them. And now Chile will turn their attention towards other events. Tell me, coach. What about Cuba? Cuba has qualified for the World Cup, but not on the women's side. Haiti and Jamaica are the only teams to qualify for men and women senior World Cup. All right? Yeah, my Knight Rider. It's true. It's true. Chris, I was going to end the link, but I'll give you 10 minutes. Sure. No problem at all. Autocorrect, I'll beat you. But yeah, you can go ahead and ask a few questions. But yes, folks, that's the situation right now. So, congrats to Haiti. Happy for them. And you guys might say, okay, which group Haiti I know? Dumane, she's a gem. Which group Haiti I got in? Well, Haiti I got be in an interesting group, Very, very interesting group. Which group will Haiti be in? You guys realize that there's 5 CONCACAF teams at the World Cup. That's more than Africa. You follow me? That's more than South America. That's more than Oceania. It's just impressive, you know what I'm saying? So basically, if Panama qualifies, then the only confederation that would have more places and spots than CONCACAF would be UEFA. That's the only region. The only region. So Haiti, big ups. Big up to Haiti for qualifying. So, which group is Haiti in? Well, I'll tell you right now. Right now, I'll tell you the group they're in. England. Denmark. China. What's a group? You guys heard that, right? Why? Let's do that again. Haiti, England, Denmark. And you know who their first game is against? England. Yes, Chris. How you doing, man?
There, bro, me there. From morning, me just there. Just there, go on. Observe football and I just from here about the press conference and me check it into them just in what would I say now? A good space which is say them actually start do something now. Cause at least somebody in the federation talk about certain things where everybody in the country been as if multiple years, but hey. But I'm just there, bro.
Mhm.
Man, so
I understand you. You have work this evening, or you go chill back, relax.
no,
It's hot.
no man, kick back, man.
Okay,
Man, kick back. Probably the weekend. Who knows?
okay. You can wake up 3 o'clock in the morning then and watch some football. All right, cool.
I don't know about that.
Here
and
it
I'm
is.
like, and I'm like, was that? But yeah, man, it's really refreshing to say we have an East Caribbean team actually qualify.
Yeah.
And people don't mind me. I'm just a troublemaker. So if when you hear me say certain things in the comment section, it's a joke. But
Mm.
it something I always want to say because let's be frank. If I know for we oftentimes Caribbean football do not get looked upon, and that's just the facts. Cause let's be honest, nobody not do it big like we. As much as we not get nothing done in almost 20 odd years, nobody still not do it big like we after recent times. Maybe Trinidad, and nobody remember for them World Cup run like that. So yeah, kudos to the Asian them. I don't know. Sapa say Nabule and all of them something there.
Oh, a four language you speak. Okay.
No, I don't even know what that means. But yeah, man, good look, man.
Okay.
So, what them I say? Them I got line up with the passport there, not the passport, the visa them
Easy.
from earlier.
Right, because as you know, it's even a short turnaround when you bear in mind the Guatemala game, because that's April, about 6 weeks time, and as you know, getting a US visa it's a process as well, which does take time. So you have to set an appointment and thing, and the earlier you set an appointment is the better.
And
So
I remember I said embassy kind of run back a time due to the whole COVID thing.
mm,
I mean, like for situations like this where it's sport people will play sports and them something there. Like these people are ambassadors. Why it is even that difficult to get visas for them? Like, I not really understand that. Like, isn't shouldn't it supposed to be easier for them get visas opposed to the regular person? They have to go. They got turn up in a hot sun or that open road. Right? It's across one standpipe in a hot sun like regular citizen.
no man, whether you no,
And
it's
the hungry time Jamaican will behave themselves.
no them no you could have named Usain Bolt, you still have a lineup for your visa, honestly.
My
But
thing, my
mm,
thing is no, bro. My thing is a sorry for cut you. My thing is it's like alleviate those things. These players at the end of the day, these players are also ambassadors for the country. Maybe
mm,
these just give them diplomatic passport,
mm,
so them can move around way quicker than opposed to just having the regular passport and you have to go through one bag of exam because I think diplomatic passports they don't need visas, right?
I believe so. I have to double check, but I believe so,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I don't remember at least.
But it's a big point. Read the passports. The minister gave Elaine Thompson a diplomatic passport and recently, so I don't see why footballers are the same thing as well. It's a big point, honestly. Yeah, man.
Really, once you start play for the country,
Hmm.
you can get one because at the end of the day, you're an ambassador. So not like say, yeah, well then again, I'm not gonna say you're not do nothing illegal or out of your way, but you don't
No,
know mankind. But for the most part, and I like people with in a sporting field, 9 out of 10 times do illegal stuff, where the public would have know of or whatever the case may be.
you know
But
the purpose. You know the purpose. I say the transparency. It's not a random person going to visit him auntie or uncle or mother father. You're
mm,
representing the country at the end of the day, and fixture lists can be researched, so you know no bandula thing going on or anything of that nature. You get an official letter from the JFF outlining, like a job letter in a sense. So yeah, I see zero problems It's just the time that I'm concerned about. The time frame, the turnaround time. Because after the process, you have to go collect it somewhere as well. How long after? A week and a half, you know. But yeah.
Because even all right, look at the player you look at even a situation like what Ravel had with the going to the US.
Mhm.
Um, in me know why, because I've read about one of the reasons why he couldn't go to the US,
Mm.
and it's a strange that few months down the line later, him could have get to play MLS. So why we can't just, like, if we have players like we have situations outside of football where US say, yo, we don't want them in our country or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, this man is a ambassador. We all have done questionable things in our youth or in our past. He's not that type of person anymore. I think, you know. But then again, it's the US. Them feel like the money capital of the world, so can't tell a man to do with them country. But what we for do start get our players them um senior players at least, both male and female diplomatic passports.
Once you're a national representative. So like when if you have one cap for Jamaica and you play for Tivoli, not the diplomatic passport for you. And
Mm,
you're yeah.
All right. No, we can see the conundrum. You play locally. You have a diplomatic passport and a one-time only never play for Jamaica. That kind of iffy. Maybe a certain amount of caps, then you can get a diplomatic passport,
Hmm.
because diplomatic. For those who don't know, diplomatic passports you are not subjected to the regular, what you call it now, trials and tribulations as a regular man will go up on a plane. You don't think them really searching and something like that, but hey, what do I know?
But you're a big traveler too, so
Me, brother, say, I don't even know what the airport look like.
stop to lie.
No, I serious thing, brother. I never left Jamaica yet.
Everything in time when the career.
The farthest never go a Ochi.
You go Port Royal, go have
That not
lobster thing,
that,
man.
that not come, brother. Like, you drive past airport, that they can't tell how to go there. So what Jamaica needs to do, get all the top players.
You see, the life of a Jamaican, visa after visa after visa, and you guys get visas that you have to print out as well. So it's a process.
Print
Yeah,
print out.
yeah, because you do have certain embassies in Jamaica. For example, to go to Dubai, they don't have a UAE embassy in Jamaica. So they have to email you the visa.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's alright. I mean, Jamaica, a small island, compared to the big world out there. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So we got a U.S. embassy, Canadian embassy, we got a UK High Commission,
Got a
huge.
Russian embassy.
Yeah, and it's funny, Jamaica. You don't need a visa to go to Russia. You can wake up tomorrow morning and say you want to go to Russia.
I no want to go Russia.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah, my role model for CSK Moscow.
I'm good.
Man, saying
Take
good.
so long overseas play. All right. Devon Smith. What I understand, the process to become a naturalized Jamaican is not as easy as we would think it is.
Mhm.
If it's by marriage, it's a little bit easier opposed to being of Jamaican heritage. You have to go find the people them birth paper, and some cases the name spell funny, or man name Roy Brown and go up in a Steve Wright name, or it can, there's a lot of variables attached to it. So and Jamaican citizenship is It easy to get, but it hard to get in the sense as paperworks. I do some research on it before outside of football, so I kind of have an understanding of it as well.
Mm.
Hey, look at that! Me and Doctor Jeffula agree on something for once.
Well,
I guess he's not so negative tonight, huh?
there's a first for everything. There's a first for everything.
You never say, go. You never say smoke without fire.
It depends where you're going, Jason. Going. It depends where you're going. Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're JFF, you have a match in England. No, you have a match in New York. Them a go get a connecting flight in a Cuba. Then fly go Miami. Then fly go New Jersey. Then fly go New York.
Mhm.
What? Sam, Mayor Dennis Chung said there are certain things like let me say again. Let me see. Like certain, not gonna use my word. Certain folly what them would have done, slip ups and those things they might try alleviate all that thing where people that normally quote unquote beat them for or some stupid things. They might
Along,
try.
along the lines of hiccups
Yeah.
to minimize those hiccups. Like the travel situation where the players with Guatemala and stuff like that. So it's a work in progress that he made mention. And in another video, I'll talk about what he said in relation to the fields, the message that Coach Helgrimson said in relation to the quality of the surface. I don't want to touch on that in this video, but he said work is being done to ensure the surfaces on the island are up to acceptable standard.
Man, I know I want to touch on it, but like me want understand what exactly because at the end of the day, the JFF can do so much and no more. Meaning the fields are not the JFF's responsibilities. These
The
are the
clubs,
club's responsibilities.
right?
Nobody enough asks about your government to do this or JFF for that. The
Right.
clubs are entities. In some cases, these are companies. So
Right.
they should fix them field.
Mhm.
Someone know exactly what them are gonna do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. To make a long story short, there's a Congress in Guatemala this weekend, and there should be something in terms of grants that the governing body can give to the respective clubs in the top flight that can at least help in the maintenance of the surfaces. Because
Maintenance.
yeah,
Someone to maintain something, means that it is okay and you just want the money to make sure it not in a fall in a deplorable condition. And for this is need to dig up and dash way.
that's way that is
Fling them around one part.
that
But
is mean that way.
no,
Yeah.
bro, you want to see what Freddie Nita Park where on it and put more play on another day. You think have more ball spot than a man when the airline receive.
Jesus Christ. There's
Simon, Simon, me not be mean spirited or being a troll, but it is what it is, bro. And me know which part Freddie need to feel I come from. I've played there. I played under 17 there.
Mm,
When they keep ball upon the get the ball go same likewise with Georges.
mm,
Well manicured feel and so forth. And to see fall now this I don't even know if call it.
mm.
In a deplorable condition at one point, even though they might bring it back now. I think I say not going at that, so me not going at that. We talk about that next time. Me I get too technical. School man and I have been and at that now, me personally I believe in a turf field. It's not something where me believe in because if you barely can maintain a pitch, man boots are the friction alone of a turf loosens the glue on your boots. And you got like every 3 months you have to change boots. And turf in Jamaica, hot sun no work.
Mhm.
So I would not advise any club to do turf. They're spending the money and fixing on the infrastructure and not good. And when time come, on to maintain anything, that is it.
Indeed.
Mm,
Yes, boss. Much respect, Chris. Really, really appreciate it, man. So, as I
Come
said,
on, bro.
you had two.
You don't know me ever late to the party.
That's all right, man.
Late.
All right, sir. Get some rest on tomorrow again. Back at it.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, man.
I don't know about that tomorrow. Something. Wait, tomorrow holiday, yeah.
Exactly.
We're there, man. Now,
All
where
right.
we can go tomorrow?
You know, I have work tomorrow. All right.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Thursday again. All right, cool.
yeah, man.
All right, then. A little more, Chief.
Yeah, man, bro.
Yes, man. Chris sharing in his 2 cents as normal, or should I say 20 cents? It's $2. It's $20. Here in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and I have been to turf farms. It's not cheap to develop. Yeah, you're right. It takes time. Everything in life is time, my friends. Take care. Join us again at 2:30 a.m. It's the Reggae Girls against Australia. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.